It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Today we are wrapping up our special series called Christmas in July by unwrapping a surprise for a very deserving 16-year-old. She has suffered through some really tough times, but adversity has not gotten her down, and instead she is doing all she can to make her dreams come true.
The endless cornfields and quiet plains of western Nebraska have become the land of second chances for Donnell Heitman.
I like living with my grandma because I know that someone's always there to love me, and someone's always there who will try to help me.
Love you too, honey. When she first came here, she did not trust anyone, particularly adults. She'd had no one in her life that she could trust and she could count on every day.
I pretty much had to take care of myself. And when you're, 7, 8, 9, 10, like around those ages, it's not easy to do everything yourself and do it right.
Donnell's adolescence was shaped by her parents' drug abuse.
I found what I thought was just a funny shaped object, like I felt it, and I pulled it out, and it was a meth pipe. And my mom started screaming, "It's not mine, it's my friend's," and threw it on the floor and broke it. And the next day, I went in because I needed her to sign a paper. Well, she usually kept pens in her top drawer. So I opened the top drawer of her desk inside of her room, and the pipe was in there taped up with electrical tape. So I think that's the point where I realized, my mom's not really my mom anymore. She only cares about herself.
Donnell's sister had called her father and said that she was really frightened of the things that were happening in the house, and she didn't think that she or Donnell were safe there anymore. And so my son went down to California and took the girls.
But life with her father was not any better.
Pretty much the same story that happened with my mom. We got evicted from our last house that I lived in with him, and we moved to his friend's house, where we lived in a camper in his friend's backyard. And just one of those little campers that you slide on the back of a truck. And then one day I came home from school and I received a phone call, and it was my dad, and he was getting arrested. So then I freaked out because I'm gonna be staying at this house with people I don't know in a camper by myself.
She was virtually homeless. Donnell probably had 6 years of where she didn't know from one day to the next where she was going to be living or who she was going to be living with. She's always had to wonder where her next meal was going to come from, how she was going to get clothing.
For Donnell, school was always a sanctuary.
When I lived with my mom, I remember looking forward to going to school to eat because we had no food in our house. I walked to school, and I'd say it was maybe 2.5 to 3.5 miles. I don't remember. I just remember it was a long way. School is something that I just was good at, and the one thing that got me noticed.
But with 10 different schools in 9 years, she was never in one place long enough to keep friends, much less become a cheerleader.
Determination to win.
Determination is something Donnell knows more about than your average 16-year-old.
Oh, it's extremely important for me to go to college because I just don't want to end up like my parents.
Donnell would be the first in her family to get a college degree, and she's found an opportunity for help through Upward Bound, a federally funded program that assists low-income, potential first-generation college students pursue higher education.
I think that this is my ticket to being successful, just because where would I start without even the knowledge of how to go to college?
When you look at a student like Donnell who has overcome great adversities, you have to take into fact that the difference between success and failure is a very thin line.
She's got a great determination to go to college and to do well and to improve her life.
She's worked very hard to be successful. She really has. And I'm proud of her.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind.
Donnell and Susan Heitman are with me right now. Welcome. It's good to have you guys here. Yeah, fun. So, Donnell, it's been tough for you, no question. How did you stay focused on your dream of going to college?
I don't really see any other way that you could go about, like, the things that happened to me. I don't see how you could have gone the wrong route, because why would you hate something that's happened to you yet do the same thing to your offsprings or anyone else that you are close to? So what's the point of complaining if you're just going to do the same thing?
It's a great attitude. Susan, you may have saved her life. I don't think that that's an understatement. I mean, you took her in, you came out of retirement to pay the bills, to support her, and now you're looking at how to pay for college, which is going to be really expensive. What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm hoping that, I'll have to keep working for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure she'll get a couple of grants to go to school. So.
Well, Donnell, you actually told our producer that you're the kid who would be happy if she got a pair of socks for Christmas. That you're just not that into holidays. We're hoping to change your attitude about that, because here in New York, we celebrate Christmas in July, and I want to introduce you to Martha Holler, who is from Sallie Mae, and she has a gift for you.
Donnell, Sallie Mae is so impressed by you. We want to be your champion for higher education, and we want to help you take your dream of going to college and make it a reality. That's why we're here today. We want to present you with this check for $25,000 to help you pay for college. This money will be deposited for you into a You Promise 529 college savings plan, so it will continue to grow until you're ready to head off to college and it's time to start paying for it.
What do you think?
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Are you in shock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
I think this is yours.
Susan, tell me what this does for you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It makes it all possible, huh?
Wonderful. Makes it possible. Yes.
Donnell, let me just say congratulations, sweetie. Good luck to you. We are all pulling for you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.